Martyrs. And then it's going to follow by the US national anthem, and then followed by Korean national anthem. So for the anthem, we're gonna play the music, and then if you have a hat or scarf, anything on your head, remove those, and then place your right hand on your heart, and then look at the flag. Feel free to sing along, so the lyrics are inside the program. And then we're gonna have welcome remarks, and then we're gonna have a speaker. The first speaker is going to read the Korean history of Martyrs Day, and then we're gonna have a group song, and then we're gonna have a greeting message, and then we're gonna have a musical performance from San Diego Korean Youth, and then we're gonna have another greeting message and encouragement remark from KOA representative, and then we're gonna have a song, and then we're gonna have a presentation on Memorial Wreath, and then we're gonna have musical performance as well, and closing remark, and then closing the ceremony with our Korean national anthem. Okay?
Clip besar of matong latihan di Cibunon. Kami berkubu wila berdu berbuat berlo berkela no, berlo berbayu kalau mi ba, berkela family no. Kamu pamer juga besar no.
It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to our 72 years Martyrs Day at the California Capitol. So look at Kay, you can pass over that agenda that the Haga let the one name of Dopella, Yetelota, maybe Sagatone, Powepoa, the Ope Opo, Udala Tamini, or Kimini, a topu, with Opagatawi, with Akanyo, Dokaluda Tawi, Dog Go America, Tatawi, with Opaga Wakato Soul or Dala, Kosalutu, with Opagato Papa, Toveda, Kunyo Matura, History, Tanita. Widow penny or that daughter Kuruta Tawi penny because Nahuba Weda Takatu Lola Tralakapo penny over that door San Diego Tagari Widow Paganahuba Weda Takatu Lola Mwasamu Do penny Paganahuba Weda Tatawilla Christabel Do Daniel Mu, we do burger over that door guest Gutulani Patano, we do Drahenu, Gamanekwa presentation Lula Memorial Lapa Hejoda Papa Dirpa, we do Lakine, Kosulutu, a Hig Lakapoku, Wa Tasati the Pala, a Quebro Lis Hore, Le Matura Muniway. We do Pagatiba without Gagalila, California children, no la bigger speed of Ogle in the Sacramento. Penny Pugo without dog, Gulu. We do Pagatosi Budagatala Yanilo. The Tulapa Sato without a moment of silence by name, with us to Tula the co-plot, the Tur, we got it up, Paweda the Jew twelve to start comment. Mama look at a moment of silence will be never prayed over that dog in that family. While I thought we batted the panny, that we put to a kick, The moment of silence is in honor of the fallen Karen who sacrificed their lives for the strength for freedom from Burma military oppression in Burma and its border of Thailand. We don't go quarter dollars to not the yard to the panel. Keke I bagana huba wada welcome speech la kusalutu. La amir wada California Korean Youth Connection General Secretary, the Youth Empowerment Counselor.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness, the energy. Okay. First of all, I want to thank God for bringing us together right here in this glorious temple of democracy. This is our temple. This is where our legislator meets. This is where our senator meet. This is where they do our business for the people. So I want to thank God for bringing us together here and then memorialize our events and then hosting our 72nd Martyrs event right here. So I really want to thank God for that. And second, I want to thank all of you. All of you are here. This is Friday, and then you guys supposed to be working, right? Who has work today? I do, but I still made it here today. So I want to thank all of you for coming here, making the time for our Martyrs Day here events. And then this is our first time hosting our event in front of the Capitol. Isn't it amazing? Yes, it is so amazing. It is so amazing to see all of you are here and then gather together to honor and glorify and memorializing our martyrs in today. So it's wonderful to see you all. So I want to get to know a little bit of you better. So okay, I'm gonna shout out the CD, okay, and then whoever shout the loudest will get the prize, okay. So I want to know, okay, who is here from San Diego? San Diego? Okay, wonderful. Thank you for being here, okay? How about Bakersfield? Yeah! I didn't hear anything. Bakersfield? Yeah! Okay, thank you, wonderful. Okay, and Oakland? Oakland? Okay, I think Oakland is the winner, okay. How about Sacramento? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, Sacramento. Okay, but thank you for coming. Okay, how about Manteca? Okay. Okay, thank you all for being here. Today is a very important day. It's a very solemn day that we gather here, peacefully assembly here to honor our great men, our great leaders in front of us today, and also those who have fallen side by side alongside these two great leaders. So we are very thankful to God. We're very thankful for the government, the federal government, the state government, the local government for providing a space for us. Like we are gathered here today very peacefully, but our people in Burma, are, suffering, violence, suffering pain. They don't have a house. There's no peace. There's no freedom. So I don't want you all to take this opportunity for granted. I want you all to take this moment to take pride. Know your history, know your power. If you know your history, you know your power. You know that in depth of our history, there's so much in this country to help our people. So I want to welcome you all in front of this glorious temple of democracy. And this capital belongs to all of you, belongs to every one of us. So thank you for being here. And then we hope for a successful ceremony. Thank you.
So next, I would like to extend a special welcome to our guest Anita, who is our joint secretary, who will be presenting the history of Mother's Day.
Good morning. Thank you all for taking time to join us as we commemorate Korean Martyrs Day today. Living in the United States, we celebrate many ways for our freedom, our liberty that we now have, that we are now so privileged with. We celebrate U.S. Memorial Day on the last Monday of each May every year, remembering those who have lost their lives in service to this country. We celebrate the 4th of July for the independence that America fought for. Today, we, the Konyo people, we come here to do something very similar. And I am here on behalf of our communities, our Karen communities throughout California, throughout the United States and the world, to share the history, the significance and relevance of this momentous day the Kanya people call Kanya Matura Muni, a day of remembering and celebrating martyrs. The history of the official celebration of Karen Martyrs Day started with the death of two very important leaders who would become two very important martyrs. On the night of August 11, 1950, the founding president of the Karen National Union and his chief commander Sasanki of the Karen Nation Defense Organization were ambushed in a village, Pukako village, where this part is in the eastern parts of Burma towards Thailand. The two leaders, alongside many of their colleagues and even foreigners who were helping them in their endeavor, were ambushed by the military junta the night of August 11. By the morning of August 12, they had all passed away. Sasanki and Sabauji were very important leaders to the Kanya people. They were important and dear to them because of the Karen people's efforts to be heard as a people, so they will not once again fall into a place of oppression to those who are given or have taken authority over them. To commemorate these two important leaders, I would like to share a history of their lives. Sasanki was born on 12 December 1915 in Amherst, Malmine, colonial Burma. This area is located in the southeastern coastal region of the country. He served as captain in the British military from 1939 to 1946 in Burma. Specifically, he was captain during his service with Force 136 SOE during World War II. During his services, he was described as a first-class officer who was extremely loyal and keen. In 1947, he, alongside the founding president of the Karen National Union, co-founded the post-World War Karen National Defense Organization and was its chief commander until his death, also alongside President Sabauji in August 12, 1950. President Sabauji was himself born on the 7th of October in 1903 in Begaya village, a village near Basin in the southwest delta region of Burma. After finishing college in Burma, he furthered his studies in Britain beginning at age 18 in 1921. After he finished school, he became a barrister, a legal counsel in London for years until he, his British wife, and their family returned to Burma. This comes here is the part of history I love most, and I love sharing these details here. In Burma, before and during World War II, Sabauji gave his time and practice to unrepresented Karen communities of Burma, a few times also being invited by other ethnic minorities in the country to provide them with legal counsel. He was even invited by the Premier of Burma, one of them, Premier Baumau, to join the colonial government, which he did as a Minister of Revenue before World War II. He was later Minister of Transport and Communication after World War II. He even joined the effort alongside many Burmese and other ethnic minorities for independence, for Burma's independence from Britain. He worked hard for the people to be heard so that their voices were not drowned out by the excitement of independence. Sasanki, his future chief commander, would do the same, serving in the Frontier Areas Committee of Inquiry, a post-war effort to settle ethnic disputes before independence came into place. As these two gentlemen worked, however, like many others, they began to realize that they were not going to be in control of their future, and their lack of representation and opportunities in government was not going to be decided by themselves, but by either the British, who had colonized their country, or the current leading political organization of Burmese nationalists, which was made up majority ethnic group of the country, the Burmese. After independence, they strived for legislative and constitutional rights and equality, but they began to witness local autonomy being invaded and replaced by the new government's overreaching authority. The fact was, ethnic minorities were not given representation in government, nor given the right to govern themselves, not even locally. They, alongside 700 of Karen ethnics, activists, scholars, and community leaders throughout Burma from all tribes, regions, creed, and religion, came together to form the Karen National Union. President Saba Uji was the founding president. When the young political organization came under threat of being physically persecuted by the much larger armed wings of the nationalist government, they decided to organize their own arms, the Karen Nation Defense Organization. From activists and scholars striving for cross-ethnic cooperation and fair treatment to revolutionaries. Their revolutionary saw resilient efforts to self-determination and the first of unquestionable women leadership in post-war history. Women leadership was not only a result of progress among the Karen National Union, but was essential for the Karen revolutionary effort. Because a country of both men and women need leadership of both kinds, leadership that cannot be challenged by blatant disregard for diversity and the cultural tradition of the Karen people. So just how did the Martyrs' Day celebration start? When these two prominent leaders, Pu President Saba Uji and Pu General Sasanki, were gunned down, the people were left in a panic. General Sanki's body and the body of their colleagues and foreign friends were burned and disposed of. They were not given proper burial. There's a Burmese author called U Thong, a Burmese. His ethnic background is that of the majority ethnic group. To me, he is a messenger of peace, and he symbolizes in his work of writing the symbol of cross-ethnic cooperation Saba Uji himself strived for during his lifetime. When he was a young man in Burma, a young 20-something-old journalist, he was called into a team by the Burmese government in 1950. The government had some major event that just took place, and they had put together a team to deliver the story to the people, a team consisting of journalists, military officers, and writers. He had the privilege of being called to that team. They were to cover a story regarding the death of what the government called some few rebels. Among them were even foreigners. The team investigated. The journalists did a very good work, but they did not dare to present the facts too bluntly, fearing governmental retaliation. They finally settled on a very interesting and peculiar term. They wrote that the rebels were not ambushed, gunned down, interrogated, captured alive, and tortured as they were. No, these rebels were quote-unquote called captured, dead. And it is from the reporting of U Thong that we, the Karen people, can have confirmation of what happened to Pu President Saba Uji. His body was brought out to sea, far into the sea, and disposed of. The Burmese military junta specifically did not want these leaders to have a grave. They did not want them remembered, memorialized. These are our martyrs of Karen Martyrs' Day, Matura Muni. The Karen National Union regrouped after the death of these two leaders, and in no time they decided to celebrate them and officially made the Karen Martyrs' Day a holiday for all Karen people, for them to grieve, mourn, and celebrate the life and efforts and death of martyrs and loved ones, the martyrs of the Karen people. Martyrs not only from the battlefields, but from all walks of life. Martyrs who sacrificed their dear lives in the fight to ensure that their children and grandchildren take one more step away from war, violence, and destruction, and one more step towards a better life, one with hopefully more opportunities, better than the ones that war offered. This is why this day is still very significant to the Karen people. We are not just celebrating the military effort, the political effort. We celebrate our loved ones, our grandparents, our parents, all who came before us, who sacrificed themselves, whose back we held on as they made their way across the plains, swamps, jungles, mountains, and rivers, whose back we held on to as they guided us away from war, away from the home they built and loved. We were guided through the refugee camps and into the outer world, away from poverty. We celebrate those who also stayed behind, still keeping our dying traditions, our language, songs, and dances alive. Those who are still living in war-torn jungle, war-torn in our war-torn homeland. Those who also stay in the poverty and crime-stricken refugee camps. We celebrate them today because we cannot forget, just because some of them has passed away. We owe these martyrs this dignified and honorable remembrance and celebrate the Grand Martyrs Day. Kunyo Matura Munu. Thank you.
History of Martyrs Day. Tane kala the hilopwa Matura history la ludo pedo no. Ke ine Weda California Korean Youth Connection board members, the advisor, la tamenya la kami weda group song no. Let's welcome California Korean Youth Connection board members and advisor for group song.
Pila dunia terjadi, enatena wata pasti klopola ashi. Tata kula pela yewo, la amasori we, la amasori, kotuli pila, tata kila kela ye, yata ye yata. Sisemi wano kotuli ye kwata ble ago, yata kila kela ye, yata ye yata. Bata bola bata pasti paya jata ble, awete bata mana le pakalu japa aku, aku jeso ke atak kuda poli japa, kei beko ke pa aku, leko kenyo aku, kola amasuke, kotu le pila. Neta kila kela ya yata ya yata. Iseme yado kotule ya kwatable ago. Neta kila kela ya yata ya yata. Salama sakit padi tu nelaga pokata. Lemaka luta itu kesoka moka pla usata bo masake pa na bona lipa we ile pata suka pala na kasori ke pa kola basu we kotu we la takila kala ya ta ya ta Iseme yado kotule ya kwatable ago. Yata kila kela yata ya yata.
Na huba weda takato service wala lakapol ame weda California Korean Youth Connection Chairman and Sacramento Korean Community Representative. And let's welcome Lakapo, who is our California Korean Youth Connection Chairman and Sacramento Korean Community Representative.
Olage. It's sunshine today. Yeah, it's California. Let the sun be shining upon us, California. So it's sunshine yesterday, was sunshine today, and tomorrow will still be sun shining. This California, we will have blue sky every day. And today we gather here to honor who gave their life for the freedom that we are still fighting for. We are the people, the Korean people. We have been oppressed. We live under tyranny, oppression, killing, and the killing is still going on as we speak right now, including my grandma, 90 years old, in a wheelchair. She have to be running and hiding in Burma right now. So this is a solemn day for us. It's a day of sorrow, but it's also a day of honor and a day of pride for us. We are the people being oppressed, but we didn't bow down to the oppression. We fight back, we resist. We want to live the land and the justice. So we come here to honor our fallen hero, our leader, our soldier, and also many civilians who give their life for this freedom. It's sunny here, but nothing to compare with the suffering that our people have to suffer at home. So let's enjoy the freedom we have here. And we are in California Republic. And we want, in this new generation, we want to be part of the solution that have been going on for many generations since our grandpa or great-grandpa time. The struggle has not been finished yet. So we want to be part of the solution. And we come here to honor, remember those who fallen in this capital, the capital of California Republic. And welcome to Sacramento. And we hope to see you again. Hope to see you again in Goduli Republic. W.
Hewa message la redoni lo. Kike ine bu kwa mu ba wa da penyota sala San Diego lo ke he vegalini ba mo no. nation of America. Now up next, let's welcome Muaz Hermu for greeting message and encouragement remark. And she is one of the California.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, on behalf of Current Organization of America, I am very grateful to honor to have this opportunity to share a short message with you, which relate to our equivalent commemoration day. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shermu. I live in Bakersfield, California. I am co-founder of California Korean Youth Connection when it was founded in 2014. We are here today to honor and give thanks. We want to give thanks to the United States of America and its people for welcoming us into this great country and thereby enabling us to escape the brutal military regimes of Burma. Because of countless atrocities committed by the military and rulers of Burma, we would also like to take the opportunity to remember the tens of thousands of innocent lives lost at the hand of the regime and those who gave their life willingly to stand up for this right. My heart also goes out to the Americans who gave their life for our freedom. Their ultimate sacrifice gave us the freedom we have today as citizens of the United States and immigrants. We are blessed, honored, and thankful to be here in the United States and proud to call America our home. Thank you and God bless United States of America. Namlu malo, taninya I asu te he ko ta yu yo su ye ko na to lu tam le na he lo te ta ni wa lu ba ko ma tura to le ni nu sia to nu pe he le ta no ple pe so ye no pe he ta yu yo ma la ka po ye we te ni no taninya I pe mi so mo te ti ne me ta ta u mu te ni le ko we pa ta nyo no te lu wo me leก็พูดเป็นนาตัวรู้ตำเลยฮีโร่ที่อาศัยเนี่ยเป็นนี่ที่ทักตำลีทักให้แต่อย่าเลิกเลยเอาคนนี่เนาะเอาคนเรามีแต่นี้นึกตีนอดมาเลยก็มาเลยออกไปเรามาทุระค่ะอาจารย์มีหมออาจารย์มันหลักมาสุดนี่เนาะก็ตาโคตรมาโอ้เพื่อถึงเพื่อตาจะมีมั้ยไม่มีก็มาคุ้นเล่นเนาะนู่นถอดจากคนเป็นย้อนนี่มาทุระอาจารย์สมุนละอาจารย์มุนีตาโลอุทิเวตัวนี่เนาะแต่ลิญญาอินละออกแต่ที่โตที่มีเวลามาทุระเป็นนิสิตที่ว่าตัวเอาไว้มีแต่สุยท่านหนูเนอะแต่มาเนี่ยแต่เพื่อแต่ยาเลิกแคลิฟอร์เนียสเตทเวฟหัวเมียเลิกแต่แค่ปากท่านเราจะตะนึกตีญาเราจะตะเราเอาไว้มีเวลาพอค่าสู้จะเกิดราคาเลิกแต่เล็กทอสู้พอตุ้มเรียนเราแต่เรียวหัวนี่เนาะเอาคนเราเลิกโดยจะรวมมาสิบองค์อ้างอาการสดเทธรรมะตะโกตะเลิกตัวเป็นยอดตัวแล้วก็อเมริกาเธอจะตัวมือมาแค่เลยให้เรามาตะโกตะเราว่าเราหิมะโลตะเราจะสู้มือตะโกตะสุญญาแล้วก็ว่ากันเลยต่างเรียนรู้แต่ร้อยยาววันนี้เนาะก็คือเป็นแคลิฟอร์เนียCurrent Organization of America ของว่าเป็นเราสินอสิเวดาทอโมแต่ว่าเรื่องนี้แต่ไม่มาแต่เสียเราแต่ข้าเราแต่เสียเราแต่ไม่แต่มาโน้ตแต่เสียมาเราแต่ข้าเราเลยบ่เอาคุณเรามีแต่บอลเลยหลุดเลยบ่อาเทศมาแต่เสียเรามาแต่แต่ข้าเราเว้ยเราข้าสุญญาแต่ข้าเราเนี่ยเว้ยนี่มีตะกวยมือเราแต่ตานี่เนาะเราไปให้ปากปูตาแค่นี้มีเลยไปให้ปากปูตาแค่ยมูที่เว้ยนี่มีเลยตัวโอเราเป็นลือเป็นลาชื่อกันนู้ตัวโอเราเป็นเทเป็นวอตัวโอเราเป็นที่เอาตาตาวิตัวโอเราเป็นอันยอดนี่ชอตตัวเราเป็นลืมเป็นลาเป็นโปรเป็นชื่อกันนู้นค่ะแล้วเราเป็นแม่พวกเทสเซอร์เทบุญเนาะแต่เทสเซอร์เทตีเว้ยเมล์เป็นคนนาตัวนู้อ้างลือถอดตาดมูเนื้อแต่เทสปากข้าวตาเราตาเราหัวคนนี้เนาะแต่เทสเซอร์เทตีเมล์มันนาเป็นแต่สูเนาะแต่เทเต้ข้าวเราออกตีเนาะเมล์เป็นนาเป็นที่เราจะมีตาตูตาโตเนาะแต่คนใจยันเลือดประวัติเนาะเนาะแต่เทสตัวเลือดปอดเต้เมล์จะมีนี้แต่เมล์น้ำมูน้ำปลายมูน้ำปลามานี่พอมาเมล์กระโดดเป็นนาตัวนุ่มมาทุราสินค้านี้ให้รถเถียตาหน้ารถเถียไว้อัตตุยชื่อค้านี้ มีเลิศที่ลูกคนเล็กขาดชุดนี้ยาวไว้นะแต่ทางเรียนรู้อีเมตาและอเมโตหรอเราเอาไว้ที่เลิศตาเอหรอตานามตัววันนี้เอาไว้ที่ดูลูกว่าอรรถเลยเนาะไปให้ดูว่าแค่นี้แต่ไม่คู่ที่ยาวอ่อนนี้แต่ที่มาไว้นะจะมีตาต้นนี่หรอวันรู้ว่าโตตาตมูอันเหลือกด้วยนี้จะลงอันนี้เนาะที่ลูกคนเล็กอามาทุรามาไม่มีตัวว่าอันยอดอันลือนี้benefit insurance life insurance ถ้าตัวน้อยจะมีมาสักการแล้วเอาไว้หิอีกวันนี้นี่ตอนโอมามือแต่มีมาแล้วเรามีผลสุดหลอกหูแต่โอมาแล้วแอร์พอร์ตโอมาแล้วฮีเตอร์แต่เรียบมาแล้วต้นเลยแล้ว brand new เอาไว้หิอีกวัน benefit แค่เลยหรอไม่มีอัตราดำมุนกันในหิวแค่เลยนี่เอาคนเราติดยาเราจะตายแล้วมืออันนี้อีมาชุระมือนี้เลยก็มาเอาอีนี่โอเราเอาเขาเป็นยอดเลยแต่ชอบมือเราทีมีแม่มือจะนี่เนี่ยก็มาอุเรามาทุราโดดงานนี้นี่หรอก็มาอุเวลาเนี่ยมาทุราเนี่ยก็มาลอดที่อันนี้วิตาสูก็สมุทรแล้วอะไรแบบนี้เนาะทีมวิเอกก็ควรจะนาตัวรู้เต็มเลยแล้วแต่เมียนี่ละค่ะตาโอมูเมตานี่แหละมาทุนน่าทุกคนตาชีอาแหละแต่ไม่สมุทรตาที่ละค่ะนี้ตาคู่ตาโคตาเอตาคุยตาปลาลมตาอามานี้อุเวเพนี่เราตามันเนี่ยนี่อุเวลาแค่แต่สมุทรที่มาทุราตาตมูอะไรรู้นี่หรอaku nak malu kita semua le matura palu paku atamu malu le kita tak dulu di matura nak palu paku ata tuba ata toho lo mina kita himbala no we current organization of America ta himbala mutuanya ini dan mata kola taแต่หนักเนอะมาโลเอกตาสมุสุมาทุระอัตตาดมูเนาะมาเลิกเราเป็นมาทุระอัตตามีโมอัตตามุลานี้มีปตาหิมบ้านนี่เนาะตามนี้
ตัวที่ได้บางคนแค่อินเนบักันนาฮูบาตาสาวีอมงซอลเลคริสตเบลเนาะดอแดเนียลมู Up next we will hear a special song from Christabel Naw and Daniel Moon. จะเสก็จอและปูกุยภาษาเนจามาเกเอพวกลือจะลอมาลาปตาละพวกลือก็ทุกเลกุกาลานาลิทอนอโคกิโกเคลานาตาตมูดาเลyou told the luba I've been overwhelmed with it Matura Le meilleur poids du poids Le pardon pas qu'il y en a Le yota Le pizza au le peuple Le samari water
yata the pizza all over class the samari wagalu the higa baka napata the kahu kasa tu penita tepe kahu kasa tu penita tule kahu kasa tu penita tepe.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here and also such a great honor to be here today. It's a very special privilege that we're able to celebrate Martyrs Day here, 72 anniversary of Martyrs Day. To commemorate those who fought and die and sacrifice their life for us, for our people, and to gain freedom. As a nation, we need recognition. We need freedom. Nothing is more important than freedom. Without freedom, we're nothing. Without freedom, we're just a slave. And I just have to introduce myself a little bit because I come from your country. Your country is Kotule, and I come from Kotule. I arrived here in California yesterday, and I'm very pleased to meet all of you today. Even though we have a very hot day, but I know how much you love your people, how much you love your martyrs who have sacrificed their lives, who have fought for your freedom. And you know how all of you respect and value the lives of our martyrs. That's why you are here today. Even though a hot day, you're here to stand up for your people. You're here to say, we are with you. We will go forward to achieve our freedom. Even though you die, even though you already gone, but we're here with our children, with our elders, with our youth here. We say to them today, we will carry on until we finish, until we achieve our freedom. Nothing is more important than freedom. We all have to know, we as a nation, we need recognition. We need recognition for us to live tomorrow. They gave their life today. That's why we have to value their lives. And right now, in your country back home, there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of wars going on, conflict, fightings every day. People over there fighting, all to fight for our freedom. And you're here to commemorate those who fought and died. It's very unforgettable. This is something that we all have to do. Whether you live in America, whether you live in Australia, you live wherever you live. But we can do our part. I want to encourage young people who live in America. You have good opportunity to have good education. So one day you will go back and rebuild your country. You will go back and help your people who are enslaved by the military. And when you go back to your country, you don't go back with your bare hands. You go back with good education, good administration, nurses, doctors, and people, academics, people who are capable to rebuild our country. This is the most important thing. We have to do our part. The struggle for our freedom is not in the battlefield only. Here in America, we can think of what we can do for our people. What If I'm a student, I will do my best. If I'm a doctor, I do my part. If I'm an engineer, I would think about the future. One day I go back and do something for our people, our Korean people, to rebuild our country. So we need everybody to participate in our struggle. We need to put all our strength together and to defeat the devil, to defeat the military regime. We have to work with all groups. We have to work with all democratic forces, working together to achieve our freedom. Freedom is not easy. Freedom is costly. But without freedom, we are no different than a slave. For you life, tomorrow, they get their life today. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone. God bless you all.
ta ka to he ba no do awe ne meta re do ma lo bo we ta sa ko ga de go do ko we la o la ko ta bi de bi go mo no ke ne pa ka he pa tho we da pho ko he ne kha ne tra he no mi ta su he o chu be mo no la ba ko on
Je sais tu que Isu yamo ye palo pegali do la po sisuwe mo ba no la bla no talk clear ba me so to go on me mo
Pasigluba Paganyota Sati Palace San Diego, Sacramento, Oakland, Sectors. The bigger state, you know. Doki ini Waga Katura ne Papa Matura Akalu, the new Datra Henry, no?
Ke Abdullah lai ko de no. Tiniai yo Matura muni do pala pa ta yu pa le pe malak ko le pok ko dia pe ti ba no. Le pe mi nya အခုနေမေဝဲခုနလူတို့ပွေတော့တော့ပါတေတဖာလာတတမှုနေလေပူကွေဝဲတော့ပါလာတတမှုလေပူကွေတမေတက်ခုနဝဲပါဘာဥပါကစီကောတော့ဒူတော့ဒီနေတော့ကမ္လတိပုကပိုတေတဖာလဲဥတော့ဒူလောတော့လက်ပါတေတဖာအင်းနေနော်တတမှုမဲလေပူကွေပါစတနာကိနေနော်အဝဲတေတဖာနေအိုဒီတော့အတာကတူတေတဖာလာအကတူကတွီတာတော့ပါလပနာပူတော့အဝဲတေတဖာနေနော်ခေါပလိုလာအတာဥတာဖဲအမှုရဲ့ဆက်တော်နေနော် alu ala tapa pharo le ata sita to ata pita mar pa ko de no wadu pa khula hiloti ata tmula tadi plopu tepa ata to kluti khuna wadu pa khu do timitibo le hilota do titila tadi plopu tidpa tu hu te we ba o we bwe yigla di lemna tabuyaka di na relata so kle 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 အစိုးနေဘဝဲတဖာမာသာဒီကတူကသွီတာတော့ဘာလစီဝဲတာဘဝဲတာတေတဖာဤလောတိုင်ပါဝါကလူတော့ထီကောကိုပတပပတတမှုအလူအပွေလောတာနောတမီပါတော့ပတူစီဟီလောပစာလီဘဝဲစီတဖာလောပတူစီပစာ do hilo ti li pata sanake ta phi ta ma de kho dwi we di ba pa lo te ti ta ma le ti we le a o mu di ti pha asu pu lo pata tu ti pata yi mo ati te ke tho ta klo ti pata tu ti pata yi pete ki agi te te ba le ba wala akatuta do awe ti ni mi da the wala o mu di ti we ti pha o di lo pata tu ti pata yi mo ati te ke tho ta klo ti mo a o do akho panyo do du o tho ni ki otki do ti no tho siko watki po le ta ksidi lo pe do katuta do su do pobu pati pho ma ti de pha ba sa katu pwe te le ba te no tho siko po pwa hi pho tki pata tu ti pata yi mo ati te ke tho ta klo ti di o tho ki ta man akro te pha do pa pla tho ki pata tu ti pata akho panyo tki pe o pwe le ta lo le wa te ti te ba ba sa put kwa kho ta su ti o pe do ta yu yo do ta mu ti te pha ni lo mo pata hi lo pata yi di o tho ni ki pwa akho panyo tki mo pata hi lo pata yi di o tho ni ki pwa akho panyo tki w
tu la ka he malaka poki wala akweweda listoret le matura amuni nilo. And now let's welcome Kosilutu to present the award for those recipients who entered the competitions for 22nd Current Martyrs Day essay contest.
Anybody submitted their essays? Okay, so we have 7 people submitted, but then last night I slept at 3 because I had to grade all those essays and make sure they're well written, well qualified. But all of them are good, but there are 2 of them that I found very unsteady and very well articulated, very well crafted. So I want to recognize 2 people for. Even though we announced it this week, but then they got it done. They took their time, so we thank them very much. Okay, so the first winner is, you guys ready? You guys ready? You guys want to know? You guys want to know? Yeah. Okay, all right, so the first one is going to be Avantar. Where's Avantar? Okay, Avantar. Where are you? Thank you. And stay here. Okay, so I'm going to read his part of the essays, okay? So he said he's very good, he's a good writer, okay? And then part of going to college and part of being a good Quran advocate is you have to be a good writer, okay? So he says, part of the essay he says, as millions of Quran civilians became displaced both within and outside of their country, the people continue to fight for their cause. The flame that burns the torch of the Quran cause is one main of the fire that never burns out, not until it has consumed all of its wood. Similarly, the Quran people will not stop until they have achieved their goal of independence. What do we want? Independence. Maturan or Martyrs Day ultimately is a reminder of what we have done, our goals. So great job, Everton. Congratulations. The next one is going to be, you guys ready? Okay, the next one is Paul Wa. Paul Wa? Do we have Paul Wa? Okay. All right, so come over here. And she's a very good writer as well, so I can tell you. Okay, so I'm going to read part of his essay. She said, we have unfinished duties in order to live as a nation with dignity, but our youth provide us is a historical opportunity. Many have died since the start of our armed revolution, but their hopes and dreams live on. Our martyrs will continue to inspire us for years to come, And our revolution's journey will keep us motivated, always push us until we reach to our victory. On this Martyrs Day, let us pray for our martyrs and their families because they are the ones who provided Kotule with so much strength and best wishes for all of our heroes. So congratulations again, Pawa and Everton for your completions and winning the essay contest. Thank you.
Awe kasunya da kane bakwa mubawe da Californian pota de pa la Bakersfield, Oakland, Sacramento la ka he reglini wane lo. Let's welcome Californian children from Bakersfield, Oakland, and Sacramento to perform a dance. Pilo to kuplo ke thak khele do pu kwa tho da su ke nyo no ti ya no
Thank you.